for homework, you guys did these last week, and we're basically going to take what we ideated in a profile view and start turning them in space. And if you guys have done the homework assignment, you guys should be able to translate a lot of this stuff, in a very rudimentary manner. So just like 3D blockouts. But eventually, we want to take these sketches and start turning them in space so that they look something like that, right? So I'm gonna do my axis point. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna use the profile designs that Chris did. He's provided for the demo. A lot of this information here, it's not fully figured out. Like, I don't know if some of this stuff's gonna pop in or pop out. You don't know, like, all I know is, the just general proportions and the height. That's it. But we don't know the thickness of these things. So that's kind of what I want you guys to explore. Okay? So I'm gonna just, it seems like he has like a nice platform. So I'm gonna just block in just a basic flat plane here. Okay. Let's see. Chris has these other shapes going on here. They kind of look like they're stacked on top of each other. So again, I'm just gonna make boxes from just really simple, because I just want to know just how much volume this stuff takes up in perspective. There's another box here. Maybe it's slightly angled like that. Okay. And then wheels. So a lot of this is what you guys are going to be doing for the block-in. You can start doing them really lightly, because eventually we want to start putting detail into these. Okay. This is where I want to just start going in. I'm going to just choose, I'm going to pick the top to work off of. Don't stress over, not getting the exact design translation. Your design's going to evolve and change as you start plotting everything and putting everything in perspective. It's got some crazy functions in here, man. I don't know. This is where, like, when I look at that right here, it doesn't have to be in the center. This is where you can make decisions where it's like, well, I want this piece to be asymmetric. just put it off to the side. Maybe this is like some kind of belt goes into this big chunk right here. Some like platform here. This object sits directly on top of it. Have cylinders. Maybe it's connected to the side of the vehicle here or something. Again, guys, just build up to this stuff. You don't have to rush into it or jump straight into these complex forms. But I want you guys to start simple, small, just very basic, and then you can slowly get comfortable with this stuff and then build up to where you can start putting more and more detail. Tiny box forms here. Do like caution tape. 5 areas that like move or articulate. I have some like railing system here. Remember, draw through.
Do you think you can zoom in a little bit and move it up a little?
Like that. Just keep in mind this is pretty small, so.
Yeah.
Some tire there.
John, when you're breaking up the smaller pieces, are you thinking of somewhat of a little bit of a visual rhythm that you're creating for the viewer when you're doing like little panels and things like that to kind of guide them through the design?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely try to think about large and small shapes. I mean, I always kind of refer back to the side profile view. I mean, like, I want this whole front chunk right here, I want a little bit of breathing room and areas where it's just like a lot of you know, nitty gritty, tiny details. Um, but I mean, there's no real right or wrong way, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to really explain the way I organize my areas of rest and my areas of detail. I guess I just kind of it's been more of an intuitive approach for me.
Well, it probably also comes from like doing a lot of studies of actual things also.
Yeah.
It becomes part of your vocabulary.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where, you know, I really try to have you guys, because like when it comes to mechanics and, you know, doing like ton of details into your vehicle, I mean, it can get pretty complex quick. So. Driver's seat. The other wheel. Maybe it's like two wheels. Yeah, my container's back here or something. Remember, use your line weight to pop out the silhouette. I mean, even though it's a 3/4 view drawing, you're still going to have a very distinct silhouette of this vehicle. Okay. You guys have any questions? It's thumbnail number 1. Cool. So I expect 5 pages of these. Keep it loose. You don't have to. I mean, yeah. Keep it loose. Have fun. I mean, here, let me just do another one. I mean, I'm just gonna go free form. It's the way I normally. It's weird. I like to. It's not sculpt, but yeah, I guess it's sculpting. But I like to sculpt on the page. And this is where like you can get really cool forms once you get comfortable doing the perspective drawings. Is this like the front of a helicopter or something? What if this is like a helicopter front? That'd be sweet. It's like some geometry there, bends. And then you have like your container bit here. They're like small detail, like these brackets or something, holding this big piece. Like gas canisters back there. Remember, look at your reference. Don't do what I'm doing where I'm just guessing stuff. But I'm going to try to implement pieces from like a tank and, you know, just keep in mind where your material regions are. Panels. What if I had like treads? Again, when you guys do treads and things like that, just think of it like if you box it in, it fits perfectly inside of a elongated rectangle. They have side vents and stuff. You guys all understand? We good? Sweet. Again, 3D page.